All right, this is a little patch that I discovered while playing with the Disting quantizer and a Noisering. And it's a little thing that sounds a bit like a jazz acoustic bass improv type thing, and it's fun, so I thought I'd share it. It doesn't use too many modules. The Noisering peaks maths sounds a bit like this. And you can use any oscillator. I'm using the wired anti-oscillator. So basically we've got the Noisering, its two outs are going to the maths, and from there they're going into the Disting's two inputs. You see you can play with the filter a bit, change the sound. You can also play with the envelope a little bit to get closer to an acoustic bass sound. So I have the attack pretty fast, decay about medium, sustain the release you want to get so that it sounds natural. Also, it's turning the decay down a bit. If the release is too long, it sounds a bit strange, but if it's too short, then it sounds like there's no reverb. It gives you kind of dead sound. I've kind of had to play with the Noisering quite a lot. Try and get something, if you really get it in a sweet spot, it sounds like you've got a jazz acoustic bass player kind of just doing a solo. And then the Disting's gate or trigger output is also going into, the trigger is going into peaks, and that's creating the envelope that's opening the gate on the Optomix. And that's basically just going to an output. It really only sounds good when it's kind of right in that range that an acoustic bass sounds good. So if it goes too low, you've got a problem. It just turns into a grumble. If it goes too high, it doesn't sound like an acoustic bass anymore. So you've got to kind of play with it a bit until you find that sweet spot. There's probably a clever way of limiting the range that's going to the Disting and being quantized so that it stays in that range. But I don't know how to do that yet. And just to end, just feeding that into clouds, which is on the effects loop of the Rosie. Just for fun. But anyway, a simple little patch. And I'm sure some of you can play with it and make it sound even better and sound more like a jazz player, just kind of having fun on and doing a little soloing, a little improv within a key. Of course, you can change the keys that the Disting is playing in and the notes that are available.